Aud Regulation Companies Act 2016. Section 261 Auditor's Statement. Section 261 Clause 1. The auditor needs to present their opinion about the financial statement to the registrar upon a. Whether the company kept proper accounting records and other books, b. Whether the financial statement have been audited in accordance with the Act, c. Whether the auditor's report on financial statement was made subject to any qualification or opinion, and d. Whether the company appeared to have been able to meet its liabilities as and when the liabilities fall due. Section 263 Qualification of an Auditor. A person means a chartered accountant that defined under the Accountant Act 1967. Any person may apply to the Minister of Charge with the responsibility of finance to be approved as company auditor for the purpose of this Act. If the Minister charged with responsibility for finance may, if he is satisfied that the applicant is of good character and competent to perform the duties of an auditor under this Act, upon payment the prescribed fee, approve the applicant as a company auditor. Any approval granted by the Minister may be made subject if the applicant does not fit to the condition, and approval may be revoked any time. The renewal of approval shall be enforced for a period of 2 years. The Minister may delegate all or any his powers to any or body of person with responsibility for registration of accountant in Malaysia. Section 264 Disqualification of the company auditor. Clause 1, Clause C states, a person shall not prepare any report required by the Act. 1. If he is not an approved company auditor. 2. If he is indebted to the company with the amount exceeding 25,000 ringgit. 3. If he is a. or his spouse is an officer of the company, b. a partner, employer, or employee of an officer of the company, c. a partner or employee of an officer of the company, or d. a shareholder or his spouse is a shareholder of a corporation whose employee is an officer of the company, or 4. responsible for the keeping of the register of the member or register of the debenture holders of the company. 5. He is undischarged bankrupt within or outside Malaysia. 6. Has been convicted of any offence involving fraud or dishonesty with imprisonment of 3 months or more. Section 266 Duties of an Auditors. Clause 1 shall report to the members on the financial statement and on the company accounting and other records related to the financial statement. Clause 2 state whether the financial statement are properly drawn up in accordance with the approved accounting standard, given a true and fair view, and to report any defect or irregularities. 3. To form an opinion whether he obtained all the information. 2nd, proper accounting and other records have been kept. 3rd, return received from branches are adequate. 4th, whether the consolidation methods taken were appropriate. Powers of auditors. Right of access to the accounting books and other records, including registers of the company, and entitled to require information and explanation as he desires for the purpose of the audit from any officer of the company and auditor of related company. The auditor for holding company may access the accounting books and other records of its subsidiary and right to require information and explanation from any officer or auditor from subsidiary. The auditor's report shall be attached to the financial statement or consolidated financial statement and be read at the general meeting. They are also shall entitled to attend any general meeting and to receive notice and any other communications in relation to the general meeting. Auditor also entitled to be heard due to removal at any general meeting. Section 267 Appointment of Auditors for Private Company. Clause 1 provide a private company shall appoint an auditor for each financial year. Appointment by directors. A. At least 30 days before the end of submission of the first financial statement to the registrar. B. To fill the casual vacancy in the office of the auditor. Appointment by members. A. At each subsequent years following the first submission of financial statement. B. When the board fails to appoint under Section 267 Clause 3, which is appointment by directors. Appointment by registrar. If a company does not appoint an auditor as required under the Act, the registrar may make the appointment upon writing application by the members of the company. Section 271 Appointment of Auditors for Public Company. Clause 1 provides a public company shall appoint an auditor for each financial year. Appointment by directors. 1. At any time before the first annual general meeting. 2nd. To fill the casual vacancy in the office of the auditor. 3rd. The auditor shall office until the conclusion of the next annual general meeting. Appointment by members. 1st, at the annual general meeting. 2nd, and when the board fails to appoint under Section 271 Clause 2, which is appointment by directors. Appointment by registrar. If a company does not appoint an auditor as required under the Act, the registrar may make the appointment upon writing application by the members of the company. Section 274 Auditor's Remuneration. Clause 1 provide remuneration of the auditor shall be A. Fixed by the members by ordinary resolution, or B. Fixed by the board if not fixed by the company, or C. Fixed by the registrar if the company fail to do so. Section 281 and 282 Resignation of Auditor. Clause 1. An auditor may resign by giving a written notice to the office at the registrar office. Clause 2 provide the notice under Section 281 Clause 1 shall bring the end of the auditor's office after 21 days of the date of the notice. Section 282 Clause 1 the company shall send a copy of the notice to the registrar within 7 days from the received date. Section 283 Rights of Resigning Auditor. Clause 2 provide the auditor may give the notice of resignation, Section 281, and request the directors to immediately convene a general meeting for the purpose of receiving and considering an explanation. Clause 4 provide the company shall state the notice has been received and send the copy to every member of the company, and they shall hold the general meeting within 28 days from the date of the notice. Section 276 Removal of Auditor. Clause 1 provide the company may remove the auditor at any time by ordinary resolution at a general meeting. Clause 3 the auditor may not be removed from office before the expiration of his term of office except by resolution. Section 277 Special notice required for resolution to remove an auditor. Clause 1 Special notice shall be required for a resolution to remove auditor from office at general meeting. Clause 2 Upon receipt of the special notice, the company shall send a copy to the registrar. Clause 3 The auditor may make a representation in writing within 7 days from the receipt of the special notice.